a project together to be able to start putting together some kind of housing facilities, housing situations to get the children in this country off of the street. We see them every day. We work with them every day. That's some of the things in such a way that we do run into that sometimes we're able to help. But it's just
you're like trying to bail out the ocean with a thimble.
That's right. And I would like to be able to take the children within my own community or wherever, but to get the children, because there's so many families out there that there's children out there on that street. They don't belong out there, and I would attempt to do that.
Let's pretend for a moment that on the other side of this camera, the entirety of humanity, all 7 billion of us, are going to watch what you have to say now. What would you say to us?
I would say that our society today has become so self-oriented to where everybody, we're just out there going through the motions day to day, just day to day, but we have become a society. Me first. Let's worry about me first and worry about everybody else later. And I think that we have to change that. I think that we need to pull the people together to where we start working together to help each other and stop just saying, well, I don't worry about that person and I don't worry about this person. I'll take care of me, let everybody else take care of themselves. And I believe that that is the downfall. It's the downfall of society as a whole. It's a downfall of this country. It's the downfall right here in this community. That if we would just pull together and work together and look to each other, that we could change all.
If I could give you any superpower, one that you've heard of or one that you make up right now, which one would you request?
I guess it would be the power to be able to just reach out and change anything I wanted to change.
Like, for instance, what would you change? You get the kids off the street. You just go zap, and there's no more kids on the street.
If I could just go zap and go down, if I could just go down here somewhere on the side of this city and just reach out there and say zap and put up enough housing to take care of everybody. If I could just create those things out of nowhere.
Can I tell you a secret?
Right.
25% of the houses in the city of Las Vegas are vacant.
Right.
There is housing available right this minute.
That's right. Absolutely.
It's just a decision that we would rather have these people living in the street
Right.
than have them living there.
Absolutely. There is vacant apartment complexes sitting totally vacant all over this city.
And houses too. Not just apartments, houses. 25% of the houses in Clark County are vacant.
Right.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite, I guess, because I'm a Western fan, I have to admit that. There is a movie that was made off of a set of novels written by all of a sudden I just had a senior moment, but it's a movie called The Sackets.
And what did you like most about it?
It was about a family that just basically took on everything, but they stood together, toe to toe. They
didn't betray each other.
They never faltered under anything. They just stood up and as a family, shoulder to shoulder, and met whatever came out.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you think is important to mention right now?
Not really, other than the fact, that I just think it's important that people to know that doing the things like what we do out here, putting in the many hours that we volunteer. Like, for instance, Jim and I again, and Jim's wife, my wife, And let's see, 13 other people spent the last 4 days working out at the racetrack. We volunteered. When they have events out there. We volunteer to go out there and work. You know, we worked probably close to 60 hours out there this week in 4 days. Why did we do it? We did it because they make a donation back to our veterans post, and we do it to get.
And what do you do with the money that they donate?
That's how we do the things in the community to do. We operate a full service food bank for homeless veterans and for veterans and their families that are having problems and are having trouble making ends meet. We operate a full service food bank. We help subsidize rent. We help pay utility bills. We help sometimes with transportation costs and things like that. And that's how we get that money. We go out there and we work. Are they long, hard hours? Yes, they are. But we do it to get the money to be able to do the things that we do within the community. And that's why we're out there. That's why we do the things we do.
Thank you so much for meeting with me. You've been very gracious with your kind and sharing yourself with my viewers.